Hello children. In previous video I have explained simple present tense. Now I am going to explain you present continuous tense. Students, present continuous tense tells us about an action that is taking place at the time of speaking, or we can say they tells us about the action that is happening at the time of speaking. Means when we are speaking, the action means on the same time the action is going on or happening. They are reading their books. It means the action of reading is going on at the time when at the present time when the speaker is speaking. She is playing. It means that girl is playing now. Means both the action is going now. Okay, means present continuous tense tell us about the action that is taking place or happening at the time of speaking. The action is going on. Uses. The present continuous tense is used to describe an action that is happening at the time of speaking, as I've told here. Describe the action that is happening at the time of speaking. Like Kavita is eating her breakfast. The birds are flying in the sky. These both actions, eating and flying, are going on or happening at the time of speaking. Means they are happening at the present time. Means now they are going on. To describe an action that has been going in over a period of time, including the present, but may not be happening at the time of speaking. Student, to describe an action that has been going over a period of time is the action that is going on at the period of time, including the present. Means in the time there must be present time, but may not be happening at the time of speaking. When the action is going at the period of time, means the action is started here and is going there, but it may be include the present time. It's a present time, it may be include in the present time. Like Akshay is learning French and German. Then Akshay is learning French and German. The action is going on at over a period of time, but it's not going on at this time. Means when the speaker is speaking, when I am speaking, the action is not going in this time. Means the person is learning French and German in the present time. The action is going. It has been going on over a period of time. Means he has started in the past and it's maybe go in the future. Means when we are talking about this action, means then it's not going on the same time, but it has been going on over a period of time, and there is a present time also, and include the present time. Like Mohan and Rajat are working on a project on global warming. Means they both are working on a present global warming, but they are not working at the present time, at the right time, but they are working on the project, and it means it has including the present time. To express an action that is planned for the future, means to express an action that is already planned in the present time that will happen in the future. Or we can say especially when the time and place have been decided. When the action, the planned action, especially when its time and place have been decided. The action which has planned in the present, but it will happen in the future, and especially when their time and place have been decided. Like they are leaving for Jaipur tomorrow. They will leave Jaipur tomorrow. The action will complete in the next day, means tomorrow, but it has been planned, it has been pre-planned that they will leave. My sister is arriving by the 7 o'clock train tonight. The action will come at 7 o'clock and it's pre-planned, means it's already planned, but it will happen in the future. Then but it is already planned in the present time, so it's a present continuous tense. It means, students, present continuous tell us about the action that is happening or take place at the time of speaking. As I can say, I am teaching you, the action is going on, then it means I am teaching, the action is going on and it is taking place at the present time. Like you are studying, the action is taking place at the time of speaking, means it's a present continuous tense. The action, the tense that tell us the continuous action, we can say. Structure, students. Affirmative sentences. For affirmative, firstly I will tell you the helping verb of present continuous tense is am, are. Is used with singular subject, am is used with I only, and are is used with plural subject. Remember this, students. Is used with singular subject, am is used only with I, and are is used with plural subject. These are the helping verb of present continuous tense. Affirmative sentences. For affirmative sentences in the present continuous tense, we use the present participle, means verb plus ing form of the verb. Okay, present participle means, students, verb plus ing, like play. Then we add ing into the verb playing. Okay, then it's known as the present participle, or we can say verb plus ing. When we add ing into the verb, means first in the base form of the verb or first form of the verb, then it's known as the present participle. Let's see structure. Subject. Firstly we will write subject, then verb according to the subject. If subject is singular, then write is. If subject is plural, then write are. If subject is I, then write am. Then according to the subject, we will write the helping verb, verb plus ing form, verb plus ing form, then object. This is the structure of the affirmative sentence. Example: I am playing football. As you can see, subject I. According to subject, I have written here verb, helping verb, playing verb. In the base form of the verb play, we will add ing, then playing plus object football. I am playing football. Sheila is baking cookies. Sheila is subject and it's singular. We will write is. As I've told you, with singular, write is. Baking means present participle, or we can say verb plus ing form, baking cookies. Sheila is baking cookies. They are reading their books. They subject, are verb, and they is plural, that's why I have written here are. As I have told you, with plural subject we will write are. They are read. Read is the base form of the verb or the first form of the verb, then we will add ing, reading their books, then object. Next, negative sentences. In negative sentence, we use the negative words like no, not. Let's see structure. Subject, then helping verb is am, are. According to the subject, we will choose plus not. Okay, then we will write not. Then verb first form and ing, means present participle form. In verb first form, we will add ing, then object. Remember, students, we will always write not between helping verb and action word. We can say after the helping verb and before the action word, or we can say between helping verb and action word. Remember this. I subject. According I have written am, I am, then not. As I've told you, not. Watching is the verb. That's why I've written. That's why before watching I've written not. As you can see, helping verb and action word, and there's written not in between of these two words. Then object, television. She is not singing. She is subject and singular, that's I've written here is. then not and singing. Helping verb. Then in the and before the help action word I have written here not. She's not singing. Or we can say after the helping verb we will write not. We are not making any noise. We is plural, that's why I've written here are. We are not. After helping verb we will write not. Remember it. We are not making verb first form, then object, any noise. Interrogative sentences. As I've told you, in simple present tense, when we want to make interrogative sentence, then firstly we will write helping verb. Okay, what is the helping verb of the tense? We will write. Then subject, then verb first form, then object and question mark. Helping verb, subject, verb first form ing. In verb first form we will add ing, then object and then question mark. Are you speaking to me? You is plural, that's why I've written here are. According to you, is speaking to me. Then verb, then object. Is he waiting for Tripti? Students, you is used as singular and plural both, but with you we will always write plural helping verb. That's why I've written here are. Is he waiting for Tripti? He is plural and he is subject. Remember it, you will write helping verb according to the subject. Okay, see firstly subject, then you will write the helping verb. He is singular, that's why I've written here is. Is he, then helping verb, subject, then verb first form ing, then waiting. Is he waiting for Tripti, object and question mark. This written I is a subject, and according I have written here am I, then helping verb, subject, verb going to help you, object and question mark. Why are you playing? Students, interrogative sentence are formed in two ways, in yes or no form, or we can say by using the question word. In two ways. Firstly we will write the helping verb and make the question make the interrogative sentence, and second word writing the question word. Question word, student, means the words that start with WH word like what, why, whom, which, how. All these words are question words. Then we form interrogative sentence in two ways, by using the helping verb firstly or by using the question word firstly. As I have written here, they are helping verb firstly, then I form the interrogative sentence, and here I have used the question word. Then firstly we will, when we use the question word, then firstly we will write question word. Okay, the rules are same, we will follow the same structure, but when we write the question word, then we will write before helping verb question word. Okay, then after question word, firstly we will write question word, then helping verb, then subject, then verb first form ing form or present participle form, then object and question word. Like why, question word why, then helping verb are, then subject you, then verb ing form playing and question mark. There is not given object, then question mark. Why are you playing, question mark. Okay, please students remember two things. Helping verb is are, is singular. Is singular helping verb and it is used with singular verb. M is used with I, and R is plural helping verb and it's always used with plural subject. And second thing, we will always use the present participle. Present participle means verb plus ing. As I have told you, in verb, in base form of the verb we add ing. This is known as the present participle. Okay, I hope student till here you all have understood. Thank you.